Thursday morning, yeah, guys.
Yes,
20th
indeed.
of November. I'm still coming to terms with that 2024 is about
Yes,
over.
my birthday was exactly 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The one that you didn't want anybody to.
Nobody ever
That's
knows
perfect.
until after my
That's
birthday
perfect.
every year.
You need to
Yeah.
No,
understand
the fact that
people-
she would bring it up is.
Yes,
of
like,
course.
because it
You
don't
bring-
pass.
You bring exactly.
Yes, it don't
I
pass.
think it was one celeb who had mentioned who had already was in the UK and talking about I want to relocate and everybody's like you cannot. A person already did it. I don't know. People talk about things.
That
Yeah.
sounds like something I can do.
So is there people have maybe past a level? I don't know why, if it's our society or what. People would allow people would bring pregnancy shoots after the baby's 2 months
Baby's
old.
like 3 months old.
Exactly.
But I also do it actually when
Okay.
I'm at events.
Okay.
So most of my posts are late posts.
But late post for MM is 7 o'clock that day.
No!
Of the event.
You have no
Or
idea.
maybe the next day.
No, my late post can even be a week after. I don't
Hmm.
post a day short on the day of the event. No, I'm
Funny
not
enough,
post.
I want to post now.
After?
That event I want to post today, 2 months ago. I was once
not
this
cool.
thing, Lola. But hey, whichever way, whatever rocks
Whatever
your boat.
we are,
So
true.
people will announce before the event or before the happening. It depends on you. I just feel like people tend to want to be careful.
Yeah. And besides being careful, you never know what people think of you. You never know what people are going through. You never know what's on their minds. And this brings to forward what we wanted to talk about today. So there was this post on social media in which a guy posted how heartbroken he was because of a note he received from his younger brother. Now, apparently, he's the oldest. And so the younger brother was like, he's not proud of him. He doesn't do much for the family. He doesn't call home. He's not being as responsible as they would have expected, considering how much their dad has poured into him. That not only is he not being supportive, like even helping out, he's still collecting from his dad as well. So his brother really went at him about it. And this brings to fore the fact that people are going through a lot. Whenever I hear this thing of, should you be in your father's house at 35, I always thought it was ridiculous. Like, hello, you can be in your father's house at 45 if things are so bad for you. The most important thing is for you to be making efforts. That's my thought. However, seeing this post, I now understand why many people go on and on about how they would rather leave their fathers or even they have to go through hell out there. And I find it rather pitiful, really. I find it pitiful.
Someone said, I saw someone put up a post or put up something in a group and the person made mention of, if you do this, that means that you never sabi or something. They say the man where they earn money or where they work, they see money, go to say every other person, they lazy.
Yes.
You never know. You never know what people have to go through. There are people who who have done 5 times what you have put in. But due to maybe circumstances, due to location, or due to many things, they don't have half what you have.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean that those people are not putting effort. They might even be putting in more. For you, it might be connections. It might be a family name. It might just be providence. It might just be you finding yourself some way. If some people told you about their breaks, people can tend to, when you listen to, you go for most of these, I don't want to use motivational, not motivational speakers, or maybe management or high-level C-class suite executive meetings. C-suite executive meetings. People talking about how, success is measurable. It is. It is achievable. It is if you put some things in place. But they always tend to forget that there are some times when it might just be providence, just a little bit of you, or just somewhere at the right time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some people got there just by meeting somebody and the person just like them. And the nonsense you said, at that time it might not have made sense. The person just said, I just like you. Let me invest in your business.
Yes.
Not because you had one very nice business plan that would wow any investor or something. No. So I am just trying to say that, look, man, this world, look what you see. There are no absolutes. Whenever I see somebody who is insisting on absolutes, I see somebody who still has a lot to learn.
I'm glad that we are having this conversation because a few days ago, I was sort of in a very emotional state because I felt so much. When it gets to a point where you feel so much. My brother's getting married this month.
Okay.
So there's no financial pressure.
Okay.
But you just feel. I just felt
overwhelmed.
Sort of overwhelmed, right? And it made me so sad.
Yeah.
I actually cried because I'm like, I would actually like someone to ask me, MM,
How are you doing?
MM cried.
Did you feel better? Because I don't cry, and I've spoken to some people, and they
I
said that
cried.
when you cry, it
Yeah,
helps
I
you.
did.
It
I
relieves.
did. I did. It was also a way to, I mean, I was also communicating with God, right? You know, while going through what I was going through, because I'm like, I want someone to actually to genuinely just give me a hug and just tell me, MM, like I'm
It
here
has
for
passed
you.
me. Come and sit down.
The wedding has not happened yet.
What is that?
It's
You
never
know,
too late.
Come and
So
sit down. It's late.
you get, because
needed it that time.
the whole
Fine.
experience would have been completely different if my parents were here.
We're here, yes.
Do you understand? So, but
that
other than
responsibility
that, the
all coming
responsibility,
on
other
you.
than that, other responsibilities as well, business, so many family,
work.
exactly.
Work.
And then the kids were ill, both of them were ill at the
Yes.
same time. I'm like, my God. So now, coming to this post, it sort of resonated with me because I'm like, we don't know what our siblings are going through. And most of the
different
time,
times,
we
yeah.
don't ask. We don't ask. We don't genuinely ask. We just assume that because they have escaped,
In
I've
quotes.
used the word, from home, you feel that, they're okay where they are. But they're going through their own struggles. Everyone is going through their own different struggles. And I think what we can do to uphold those family values is just being there for one another and just checking up. And if you feel that you are in the position to be there for your father, because in this case he was saying that his father was doing so much, to take care of the other siblings, and he was supposed to help out, but he wasn't helping out. If you the other sibling that is complaining, if you feel that you're in a position to, in the little way that you
That one
can,
is one of those that they are helping because he's still young. But it's
But
just
that-
that he wrote that.
because he's pained, because he's feeling entitled to his brother's responsibility, or that because you are the firstborn now, you should cater to me. Who is catering for your firstborn? Is somebody asking him that? Who's taking care of him?
I just as much as possible in times as I know it's hard. One thing that makes a lot of people scared, especially for guys, not like sometimes people don't want to ask how you're doing, but a lot of people use that opportunity to bill
For an
you.
episode, yeah.
And so you find out to bill you. So guys have this bro code that. So if for instance now I see Mary and MM and I'm like, Mary, how are you? Mary says I'm not fine. It will be well, eh?
You don't jump.
Because Mary can come now. My stomach is I need
It's
parfait.
perfect.
And now
like parfait
original parfait now. One
is
small
that
cup.
3, 4, I mean, not 5.
3. There's one particular place that one money bought there for me, parfait on 8K 7. It's small.
What's in the cup?
Only parfait. I don't know this cup of
Maybe
life.
gold. This might be sprinkle
You will
of
drink it and test no more.
Yes.
What I'm saying is that people tend to, in as much as we ask that question, how are you? People tend to want to use it as an opportunity,
To
to
bill you.
bill you. And so people are very wary. So they tell you as a guy, you ask a lady, how are you? And she says, I'm not fine.
See, there's also something I want people to understand. When a particular person seems to have and isn't giving as much as you want, there's also that possibility that the person is making investments. Because if you spend everything now,
How would you do?
how would you continue to be able to take care of them?
Hey, we'll pick
so
it
we
up.
can look at this
Pick
thing
it
from
up.
different
Angles. We'll pick it up.
Check
But
on your sibling
Check on your
today.
patience with them.
Check
Or
on your
everybody, they
sibling
go through
today.
stuff. Oh.
Right.
Reduce the billing. All right, we'll be back after this time out.
Mike said reduce the billing.
They build Mike's destiny.
In fact,
So this thing was low.